In this video, me and my friend are going to be attempting to survive 100 days in Minecraft Hardcore. Our goal is to mine enough ancient debris to build a tower of netherite. To give us the best odds of surviving and completing our goal, we have made a 6-step plan that will slowly be revealed as we progress. Can we mine enough ancient debris? Let's find out. The world started with me in a mangrove forest. I chopped down a few trees, and I got a few stones to get my basic tools. That's all I would need for the first part of our plan to succeed. Step 1. We needed to find a seed that gave us 4 desert temples near spawn. You'll figure out why that's important later. But for now, just enjoy this montage.
While he was doing that, I knew we needed food, so I swam away from the tropical infested waters of the mangrove swamp and started to kill salmon. After I got enough food, I found a village and geared up so I could head to the pillager outpost. This leads to the second part of the plan, getting the ominous bottle. There it is. When I made it back to the village, I found Blaze, and we did what the pillagers could not do, and we took over the village, ending day 0 with a great pace. On the start of day 1, Blaze said he found a cave. I found a cave! So we did some mining off camera and collected 13 diamonds, the perfect amount of redstone, and 35 slime, both important for later parts of the plan.
Part 3 of the plan. We need a special item, and to get this special item, we need a raid. And so we started preparing for the raid. Winter dug a 20-block hole with stalagmite at the bottom that hopefully would trap them. Right here. It didn't work! I decided to steal some wood from our neighbor's house, but he didn't mind. And so began the raid on the dawn of the 3rd day. In wave 1, I wiped them out fairly easily while Winter was still in the hole. In wave 2, the iron golem wanted to help, but he was a little scared of the water. Luckily, he was still a good teammate and distracted the raid. In wave 3, we retreated into the water. The iron golem teamed up with us, and we defeated the first Ravager of the raid. Let me remind you, Ravagers do this.
Hey, that's a Ravager.
The next wave brought the first witches. They were in the middle of the water, so we used the nearby hills to attack them one at a time, and having milk buckets at the ready. We killed 2 of them, and the last one hid under the water, probably scared of us after watching how efficiently we killed the others.
In wave 5, the Ravager hit me, and I almost died. I ate the golden apple to heal, and Blaze killed the Ravager. Then we unexpectedly completed the 3rd part of our plan, getting the special item. If you didn't guess what it was earlier, like and subscribe. Phantoms also started attacking us, so after thinking it over, we decided the best option would be to sleep through the night, losing time, but ultimately being safer. Starting day 4. You see this guy? We call him Axe Guy. We learned on wave 6 that he does the most damage out of anyone else in the raid, so congratulations to him for setting that record. We ended this wave by getting another doll.
Alright, there's the doll guy. Let's both rush him at the same time so he doesn't have any time to spawn anything. Ready to go. He spawned stuff! Oh my gosh,
we did it.
When wave 7 started, we had no clue it would be one of the hardest of all. There were the most mobs, and we were almost out of arrows. So we debated on running away, but all of our stuff was still there, so we had to stay and fight. We brought the Ravagers to the water and killed them quickly. An axe guy on a mission tried to kill Winter. With 2 arrows left, I missed a shot and I got hit, having to run away. Winter found out stacking up is safe, so I try it out. Alright, stack up, stack up.
There it is, right there.
Winter stacks up again and kills the threat. We got 2 more dolls and had 1 more axe guy left.
The last mob of the raid gone, we completed step 3 and moved on to step 4 of the plan, which is getting the slime. Now normally you'd think the fastest way to get slime is to build a slime farm, and that's a great strategy, but we're pressed for time, and so building an entire farm would require us to dig out a lot and collect a bunch of material, and it just wouldn't be worth it. So we needed something quicker, and luckily for us, Mojang added a new potion to the game called the Potion of Oozing. What this potion does is summons 2 medium slimes after a mob is slain. So if you had a mass amount of mobs in one area and splashed them with oozing, theoretically you'd have enough slime to crash the game after killing them. To get the potion of oozing is really simple. All you need is blaze powder to power the brewing stand, and we got that from the village. Nether wart to make an awkward potion, and finally a slime block to make the oozing, which is where that slime from earlier comes in handy. The blaze powder and the nether wart can only be found in the nether fortress, so
off we go to collect obsidian from the closest lava lake we could find. And then we built the portal. After entering the nether, we are greeted by a giant unfriendly ghast. That sounds a little bit like Notch's cat. The fortress is right next to us, and Winter builds a bridge while being chased by a magma cream and shot at by a ghast. And then I follow on the broken bridge, entering the nether fortress.
this is what we got from the nether. And now we can finally start brewing the potion of oozing. But remember, for the slime to spawn, we need a lot of mobs. You could build a mob farm or a chicken farm, but we decided to dig a hole and just put everything we could find in it. After that, I ran to the closest villages and started collecting hay bales so we could breed more animals. Once I got enough hay bales, I started collecting obsidian for a future project. But a little incident came up and
I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab that burger so I can eat it while I'm mining because I feel like I can do both. So I'll be right back. I may or may not have used the doll of undying there. But that's okay.
You didn't even put yourself in a hole?
I was like, I should be fine. I was not fine.
That's crazy.
But I had the
I
doll.
just lost this run from you trying to go get a burger.
I had the doll. Everything was fine.
While Winter was off looking for more wheat, I started breeding the cows and sheep we have already gotten. I also started to collect some stone for something we would be doing later.
when I got back, we finally had enough mobs and we started to splash the cows with oozing. And I thought it would be a good idea to jump in the pit with them. It was not. But luckily, leaving the game is an option. So Blaze distracted them all and helped me escape safely.
I'm out.
And with that, we finally got the slime we needed, completing step 4 and moving on to step 5.
Enter the fifth part of the plan. The TNT drills. The cobblestone I collected from earlier was for the observers and the pistons, and the perfect amount of redstone will now come in handy. Before we started this challenge, we knew that mining it all by hand would be impossible, which is why we searched the internet for hours until we came across this design by Silent Whisperer. So as I crafted and collected the materials to build the drills, Winter was off preparing a digging site to put them. On his way out, he ran into some trouble. What happened to you?
I saw death. I looked it in the eyes, and I laughed at it.
As I made my way down to the digging site, I found the first few pieces of ancient debris, which is useful because the drills require ancient debris to work. I have no clue how these things work if I'm being honest, so I followed the video like a recipe for cookies. Subscribe for one, by the way. If you haven't noticed already, we don't have enough TNT to run the machines very long. That's why we collected the temples at the start, and that's the whole reason we needed the perfect seed. See, in Java Edition, there's this little trick that allows you to have infinite TNT. Sadly, we are on Bedrock Edition, and this isn't possible. But we have a close second, TNT duplication. This is the only form of duplication we are allowed to do, since it's also an option on Java. How the duplication works, you might ask? It's actually very simple. You fill up your inventory and get a stack and one of the item you want to duplicate. In this case, TNT. And then, With one on the ground, you go into your inventory and throw the stack out. Then quickly exit the inventory. Now the game thinks that the stack is in your cursor and in your inventory. So leave the game and join back, and then boom, you got another stack. With our bulk supply of TNT now ready, we decided to go and test the drills. And they didn't work. So we started trying to do some fidgeting, and this clip will show you how that went. Oh, no! I'm holding my totem. I ain't dying here. I don't know what to do.
I'm just trying to kill him.
Here,
Here, move now.
I don't know what to do.
I'm just trying to kill him. Here, move now.
Totem. Oh my gosh, we both just popped a totem. Just trying to test our bombers. After that unfortunate event, we figured out the problem. And we were back in business. Back at the great pace we had at the start.
Ah! Ah!
It was looking like this was going to be a little harder than we thought at first. So we continued to fix the machines, and we figured out that we miscalculated and we needed a lot more redstone, slime, cows, basically everything. So cue the montage!
While I was breeding the cows, I realized that no mobs were spawning, so I had an idea. I thought the amount of cows we had might be messing with the spawn rates. So to test it, I left to go mining, hoping there'd be no danger as I left. But I was wrong somewhere. It's kind of insane.
Hey yo! Hey yo! Hey yo!
After a bit of brainstorming, we realized that the cows needed to be loaded in for them to stop the mob spawning. So, we got an alt account to sit and keep the chunks loaded, giving us an accidental mob switch. This allowed us to easily collect the rest of the materials we needed to complete the drills. As Blaze began the final form of the drills, I began work on the gold farm, because you need just as much gold as ancient debris. But Blaze needed help getting through a lava lake with the drills, so I went down to help him with that. We spent 3 whole days pushing through it. I got back to work on the gold farm when we knew we were done with the lava lake. And after a few mistakes on both of our parts...
I'm just gonna place this water down.
Alright. Alright, turn it off. Oh no. No, where's water? Oh, it's a baby! It's a baby! Ah! Ah! How did he get out? Ah!
Everything was running perfectly smoothly, and looked like nothing but smooth sailing from here. Except as he was running the drills, we ran some calculations. The house we wanted to build would require 600 blocks of netherite, and up until now, we'd only collected 3 blocks, counting the drill heads. Realizing at the rate we were going, we weren't going to reach our goals, we had entered step 6 of the master plan. This step was totally planned from the start. We didn't have time to build more drills, but we had a lot of TNT, so I became the extra drill. From day 40 to day 99, we continued to mine, chasing the goal that once seemed so far away. As we pushed forward, we had a few issues, but nothing we thought we couldn't handle. And as the days flew by, the gap grew ever bigger. For every day passed, another day was a day we fell behind. The goal was leaving us, but we pushed on. Even though it now seemed far from possible, we looked back at the fire we had when we started the challenge and the memories we made, and we pushed on. When day 100 came, we shut off the machines, lowering our pickaxes. The end was here. The long-fought battle was over. But did we complete our goal? Collecting a grand total of 1,988 ancient debris, we were able to craft 55 blocks of netherite. This was far behind what we wanted to at the start, And although to some people this may seem like a failure, this challenge is a lesson to anyone who tries to do something great. If you put effort into it and stay consistent, you can achieve something never done before. We completed a duo hardcore survival challenge for 100 days. We collected 55 blocks of netherite, and we were able to build a starter house. Wow. But this is not the end for this duo, because a setback has often cleared the way for more prosperity. Many things have fallen only to rise to more exalted heights. Make sure to like and subscribe so when we do try this again, you can see those new heights.
That's it.
Or like-
Logging it up.